Hi folks, I'm Mark Johnson with Artisan Restoration, and yes, I'm a Packers fan. I happen to be born in Green Bay. But anyway, that's beside the point. I got a project here that I've been working on for a couple of years called the Sofus house. And it's named that because part of it's actually my grandfather's log home from Green Bay. And that's his home on that side, and this part's a two-story log barn that I got from a town nearby here. And the garage is a three-stall attached garage. But the thing I want to point out is all the Perma-Chink products that we used here. And the project started with this part, the two-story part, which we heat treated all the logs before we put them up, and then after we got them up, we media blasted them using glass media and an old Perma-Chink blaster buddy that originally was designed for corn cobs. But anyway, that cleaned them up pretty good, and then we noticed there was some evidence of bugs, so we went and we treated all the logs with Armor Guard before we continued with the staining. And we used a Perma-Chink Ultra 2 stain in a dark natural on the whole cabin, and then we used the satin Lifeline top coat. And for the chinking, we used their Perma-Chink stone color, which is a real good match with the old lime-based mortar that they used for chinking between the logs years ago. And in addition to that, we had to use some Checkmate for checks. I believe this is Energy Seal caulking that we used in some of these up-facing larger ones here. And then we, of course, we used end grain sealer. You can see it's got a kind of a glossier coat on it than the top coated Advance, which is actually a satin product that was put on here. And it's holding up really good. There's been a few spots where we've had to touch up the chinking on this two-story part because extra weight from the two stories has caused a little bit of settlement, which you wouldn't expect with a 130-year-old log structure, but it does happen. And over here on the garage, we use the Perma-Chink Ultra 2 with a light natural, because these are all reclaimed barn boards, and they were a little darker than the logs were to begin with. So in here in the screen porch, we stained the ceiling with the light natural, and our railings and such were stained with that. And then the rebar in the railing here was actually sealed with Advance to keep it from rusting and staining the woodwork. Inside here, here's a picture of the barn that this two-story structure came out of, and over here, this is my grandparents' log home when it still had vinyl siding on it. And here it is after we stripped the siding off. But inside, We use the same Perma-Chink chinking, of course. And we stained the logs with I think it was light natural interior acrylic. And we use a grip strip and backer rod in all the joints, of course. And then the top coat here is lifetime acrylic that was used on all the railings and the trim. Our ceilings were all done with the same product. And we actually used, I wanted to show something else. We replaced all the logs that were bad, but we did have one that we used some of the embalm and e-wood on over the top of this window. There was a large check on the outside where we have one on the inside too. But anyway, it was leaking, and we finally discovered it using an infrared camera, and we treated that with the embalm and the e-wood and got that leak fixed. But anyway, I was going to say we actually used the e-wood in another situation where we took these vanities, or dressers actually, and we turned them into vanities, and we coated the top of the surface with the e-wood, so it would hold up to the water and the moisture, of course. So anyhow, we did that in a couple of locations. Let me shut the lights out here quick. Over here, we've done that with another old dresser. And this in the guest bathroom, right here. And this is a really old dresser. This is probably the same vintage as the log homes were. So that's about it. Those areas. All the barn wood in here was finished with the Lifeline interior acrylic. This is all old barn wood. And here's another old dresser that we converted into a vanity, and the top of that's coated with the epoxy also. So the fireplace is coated with a different product, and all the beams up here, they're coated with the light natural stain, and then they were coated with the acrylic also, and they had to be sandblasted a lot because they had tons and tons of lead-based paint on them. So let's take a quick look at the basement. Use all the same products down there on all the woodwork, but we've got some interesting ceilings that I'd like to show you. And all this old lumber for the stairs actually came out of a building that got demolished up in Fergus Falls, and we got the rafters off the roof, and we actually got a bunch of foam from underneath the floor slab, and that's is underneath this slab here, because we have heat in the floor. And down here, these doors were all finished with the interior acrylic. These weren't stained at all. They get their color from the redwood barn siding that I used to build them. And we've got these rusty tin ceilings here that got a coat of the clear acrylic to stop the rusting, just like we did on the railings outside. So that pretty much covers all the products that we used in here. Let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. Oh, on the inside, because of all these windows and so forth, we use the UV boost to prevent what they call the picture frame effect, where you get some fading of the finish. Say if you had a picture on this wall, instead of all my old hand tools that the pioneers used to build this house. As I tell people, they probably had enough tools to fill a gunny sack, and that was about all they had to work with. So anyhow, thanks for taking the tour with me. And I think if we can restore a 130-year-old building with Perma-Chink products, we can restore just about any home with those same products.